Hey guys, so today I am going to talk about how to track macros and calories. Now, I think a lot of people hear this and like whenever you say tracking calories and they just assume it's going to be like a really boring nightmare. And it really doesn't have to be. Like, what it did for me was it basically taught me how to be more flexible. So you don't have to track forever, but it's definitely something I would recommend doing for a little bit so you can kind of familiarize yourself with calories and portion sizes and what foods have protein, what foods have fat, what foods have carbs, and what these are going to do for you. So before I started counting calories, I would eat very plain meals and probably more towards under eating, and I couldn't stay on track, couldn't see any results. But then I started counting macros and I understood that you could have some exciting food in moderation. It doesn't have to be all very boring food. That is when I started seeing better results. So let's get into how you're gonna do this. So step one, you wanna figure out how many calories and macros you should be eating. So you're gonna Google macro calculator. I like ifitfitsyourmacros.com, and then you're gonna type in your information. So you're gonna say like your height, your weight, your age, your activity level, inside and outside of the gym, and you wanna be honest with this. So if you're like, I hope that most of the time I will maybe possibly work out 5 days a week, but it's probably gonna be 3 times a week, then write 3 times a week. Otherwise it's gonna give you higher calories and it's not going to be accurate. That's what you want to do. You want to be honest with the calculator. The calculator is not going to judge you. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to get your calories and macro range. You're going to download an app to track your calories if you don't have one already. So I usually use MyFitnessPal. I don't know where my phone is. I wanted to show you guys. Looks like my phone is MIA. Okay, so let's pretend that I calculated my macros and I have 2,000 calories. This is like, well, obviously this is gonna vary for everybody, but this is like kind of an example of what I'm eating right now just to like maintain. So we have 130 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat. So we're gonna take MyFitnessPal. Here you can see an example of what I've tracked so far. So this was a wrap. So I entered in all of the ingredients in my wrap. So there was a protein wrap thing, avocado, cheese, egg whites, egg, vegan meat. Oh, and then I cook zucchini and tomato and I put it in the wrap. La-di-da-di-da. So we can see that that's 584 calories. So then we are going to go down to nutrition. And we're going to go to nutrients, and we can see so far that that is 54 grams of protein, 45 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of fat. So we can see that there's a lot left. So if you're new, I would suggest going at the beginning of the day and planning everything out, because if you do it as you go along, you're going to get to this and you're going to be like, it's going to be the end of the day. And you're going to be like, I have 70 grams of protein, 180 grams of carbs, 100 grams of fat, and you're just going to be way off. We have that. Oh my God, we know I have low battery. So then I'm going to track my next meal. So again, because I've typed this in before, it's pretty easy to bring it up. Honestly, once you have it in, you can actually go back to previous days and copy what you had. So pretend I want to copy the meal I had on Tuesday. So this is like my tuna burger. So I don't want to type in the ingredients every time I eat it. So I'm going to press this, copy to date, today, la-di-da. So that is in there. So now I see I'm at 112 grams of protein, 108 carbs, 44 grams of fat. So basically with that, you're gonna keep entering in your food and then playing with the numbers and seeing how they turn out. So I'm gonna show you another example as if I messed something up. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna enter in my Greek yogurt meal that I enjoy eating a lot. So we're gonna put that in. Meal 4. So now I am at 150 grams protein, 170 carbs, 70 fat. It's not a big deal if your numbers aren't absolutely perfect. However, there's not really a point in going way over protein like that. So now I'm like, my protein's too high. My fat is just where it needs to be, and my carbs are low. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back and I'm going to look and I'm going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm way over protein, so I need to lower my food with protein sources. So I'm going to cut down my shrimp, and I'm going to cut down how much Greek yogurt I had. I had 218 grams. I'm going to cut that down to 175. Maybe I'll even, from my breakfast, oh, well, I already ate it, but pretend I didn't eat it yet. I'm going to take out the egg whites because those are extra protein. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to say 132. There we go. Voila. We're perfect. So now all I have to do is add some more carbs to my day because my protein is on point, my fat is on point, my carbs are on point. So everything there is perfect. So it kind of looks like a lot at first, but like I said, once you have those foods entered in, you can save the meals as well. So I do that with my tuna burger because there's a lot of like little small ingredients like 3 crackers, 1 egg, just like stuff that's like, you don't want to type that in every day. So yeah, once you get your standard foods written in, it's going to be really easy because you'll type in 1 letter and then the food will come up. And then see, I can just type in like something vague, like I just typed in Poppy and it's bringing up the dressing I always like to have. So I'm going to have 1 tablespoon, blah, 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 la da 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 da. So I'm going to show you guys now how you would actually go about making the food that you tracked. So if I'm new to MyFitnessPal and I have not yet typed in Greek yogurt and I don't want to type it in, you're going to bring up MyFitnessPal. Here's a really easy way to actually get your foods initially put in. You go to add food, you press the barcode thingy, and then you take the barcode on your food and it just brings it right up. So easy. So easy. So I did that for that. Oh my god, save. So then even too, like pretend my peanut butter is saved in there. Pretend it wasn't. Again, I'm going to take the scanner, scan it in, and there we are. And then again, it says 15 grams. If I planned more than 15 grams, I planned 20. So we go to grams, and then we go 20. So now I know that I want 175 grams of Greek yogurt. So you're going to tear it to 0. Okay, mine's like out of batteries or something. I don't really know what's wrong with it. It won't stay on a number, but let's just pretend that is a 1 concrete number. Scooping out the Greek yogurt into my bowl until this says minus 175 grams. So then I'm going to look on MyFitnessPal and I'm going to say, how many raspberries? How many raspberries? What serving size of raspberries was I supposed to eat? And then it says 140 grams. So then again, I'm going to pour this on. I mean, I didn't actually fill the bowl with Greek yogurt because I'm not eating this right now. I'm going to pour this in here until it says 140 grams. Okay? Yeah? So when it comes to your macros, you don't have to hit them like bang on. Nutrition labels round up, so even if it looks like you're perfect, you're not perfect, so don't bother. I used to be like, oh my god, it has to be 130, not 132, 130. No, don't be that crazy. Don't be like me, old me. Yeah, so you can be within 5 grams of the macros, or I actually find that it doesn't really make much of a difference. You can actually just stick to tracking protein and calories, and then your carbs and fats can kind of vary. So, for example, I like fat a lot. So maybe one day I'm gonna eat like 90 grams of fat, and then that would just mean I would eat a little bit less carbs. So like, I don't know, maybe like 180 carbs, or it could be the other way around. Like maybe I want to eat 220 grams of carbs that day, so then I would eat like 55 grams of fat instead of 70. Whatever it would be so that it would equal to 2,000 calories. So even protein, like you can eat a little under, a little over. Just stay within the range. Make sure your calories are correct. The calories are very important. Yes, you want to make sure you're eating nutritious food, but even within healthy food, if you're eating a terrible amount of calories, you're not gonna see the best results. So it definitely is gonna make your life a little bit easier to just go with protein and calories, so keep that in mind. one more thing. So like I said, you want to eat primarily healthy foods. However, pretend one day, you know, you're like really craving something not typically nutritious. That is okay. You can stay on track. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this every day, but pretend I'm gonna like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a piece of cheesecake tonight. So that's higher fat. So I'm going to take that. In the beginning of the day, I'm going to take my FitnessPal, I'm going to track the cheesecake and the amount I plan on eating, and then I work the rest of my day around it. So I don't even know the macros for a cheesecake. So pretend it has like 25 grams of fat. Wild guess. So that's like, I don't know, a decent portion of my fats. So that means just the rest of the day, I might not have as many fats. So I might not have any peanut butter. I might not have a full egg. Whatever you want to do, you would just play around with your numbers so that that cheesecake would still fit in. You don't want to do that every day because then you're eating less nutritious things. But the point of this is to understand that like a piece of cake is not going to derail your progress. That's what makes this like a lifestyle. Like you can have a piece of cake or whatever and still stay on track. Pretty simple. It's not like, oh, I had this, that's it. Like I had a client that really liked chocolate, so she would include like a tablespoon or 15 grams of like chocolate chips in her Greek yogurt, and she just felt more satisfied from doing that. Like if it's gonna satisfy you and keep you on track, that's better than being like very bland food and then completely falling off the wagon another day. So keep that in mind. A little bit of moderation is better than super strict and then super off track. If you guys have any questions about tracking or any of this, or like you're having trouble figuring out amounts that would work for you, feel free to message me. I'm happy to give you guys advice. I also do meal plans as well. If you like kind of need an idea, if you want to like see an example of how this would work out for you and then you can follow it in the future, let me know. I'm here to help you guys out. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.